On this episode of Ghost Hunters Academy, the cadets have to tackle 14 stories of terror at Buffalo's Central Terminal.
This entire concourse has a lot of activity.
The new girl isn't playing well with others.
I had originally wanted to put a mini DV up there, but it was actually Carl that said, no, we can't do that.
You're throwing him under the bus, is what you're doing.
But while Carl and Jane bicker, Susan grabs the evidence.
Guys, I just heard a really interesting sound right now.
And Ben gets derailed by a hit on the thermal.
Pan over there.
What was that?
Oh my God.
When Ghost Hunters Academy climbs aboard, their most frightening case yet.
Did you hear that? Shh, shh. What was that? Anything in here?
The world's preeminent paranormal investigators are looking for new blood. Thousands applied. 5 were given the chance. Only the best will earn a coveted spot in the Ghost Hunters family. Over the next few months, Steve and Tango will train and test the recruits. Will any of them have what it takes to pass the first semester of Ghost Hunters Academy?
Hey, guys. Hey. We're going to Buffalo Central Terminal. All right.
That's awesome. That is super sweet.
This place is huge, guys.
Huge.
It's an abandoned train station.
It's a beautiful building, guys. On the outside, it's absolutely breathtaking. On the inside, it's amazing. Lots of history. Anybody have any questions? You guys are awfully quiet back there. So we're driving to the next location, and the team's being incredibly quiet. I think they're still a little shocked, you know, that Heather has been removed from the team.
As far as Heather not being here, I really do miss her, and the fact that I won't be able to work with her again is a little sad.
Make sure you take the size of the place into account.
I'm wondering, are they down and do they realize, oh man, you know, it's their doom. Like this next investigation, one of us is leaving. You know, it's just gonna keep happening. I don't know what to think.
Now, guys, take a look. You think the battleship North Carolina was big?
You guys better be on your game.
Hi, how are you doing?
How are you? It's nice to see you again.
Good to see
How are
you,
you?
too. Hi, how are you?
So we brought a group of investigators with us.
Great.
We have access to the entire building.
Absolutely.
That's what I like to hear.
I love it. Guys, here, if you look behind you, this entire concourse has supposedly a lot of activity. Full-bodied apparitions walking around, footsteps, voices. They've seen, you know, the interaction of people buying tickets.
That traveled from down there.
And it was right here. It sounded like it came right there.
I feel like it was right behind the door.
Have you ever heard that sound before?
There's all sorts of unusual sounds that you hear in this building because it's so big. So that particular one, no, I have not heard before.
Guys, if you just want to walk back that way, thank you for having us.
You're welcome.
This is the trolley lobby, and there has been, you know, a pretty high degree of activity reported. Sounds and voices, footsteps, the movement of mass-like shapes, things like that. All right, guys, as you can see, there is a water fountain here. They claim that they're seeing people come up to this water fountain, leaning down to take a drink. And they've seen that a few times, reported by a few different people. But it's not the only thing that's happening up here, you know.
It's a pathway. You know, someone's walking here, going to the water fountains. What was that? Do you hear that? Boom, footstep, footstep.
Whoa, whoa.
Look.
Sounds like someone's walking right with us in that other room.
All right, guys, we're gonna head out, okay? We're gonna go that way. All right, guys, this is the apartment where the gentleman who owned this place and really, you know, became emotionally attached here. And he actually lived here for quite some time, even after the terminal had to close its doors.
Do you know what his name was?
Tony Fideli. And that may help you.
Yeah, it's good to have.
For possible, like, EVP sessions and things like that.
And we're high up, guys.
Yeah.
So this is straight down into the concourse.
The concourse.
over
Yes.
there.
Correct.
Yep. And I believe they've actually seen somebody looking out from the concourse. They do claim to see things in here. And I do believe we heard some sliding noises when we were in here. Like,
We were still, too.
Yeah, when we kept hearing noises like voices and things were sliding around.
What was that? What the hell was that? What is it? I definitely heard voices coming from up there and then nothing.
All right, guys, this is baggage claim. A lot of things are happening in this area back here. There's been reports of people hearing a female voice come from that elevator shaft over there. Okay? Also, they do claim that there's been reports of a woman that's waiting for a soldier.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yes.
You guys have a good idea for a command center? Yeah?
We do.
Yeah? I want to see you guys go out there and just start setting up. You guys know what to do. You know, just do it.
I'm really hoping that I see a good setup, you know? I mean, the past investigations tell me that I'm not going to.
Do you want it up against that wall?
Oh, no, I don't want to get it too close to there because that can contaminate.
What about, look, there's a whole solid wall right there. And there's more power outlets over there.
Yeah.
Setup's going good. It's going better than it was last time. This time, people are listening, especially me.
So watch out when you're pulling up the slack over there.
Okay, thank you.
I like this team today.
Ben, we got a problem. We have two-pronger here.
Well, I have one of these.
You're saving my life at this point, brother.
When it comes to the setup, I helped a lot of people out. Yeah, so you gotta make sure that it's on there securely.
Got it. Okay, that's power.
And that shows me that I'm not just the guy that sits at Command Central and tells everyone what to do.
All right, we're gonna go down and then we're gonna go very slightly to the left. I like that, all right.
Guys,
Hey.
this, very nice to see. Cameras set up in a timely manner, right?
Yeah. Everything's taped down, which is nice.
Everything's definitely taped.
To be honest, this is the first time you guys have ever set up by yourselves.
I feel very proud for my team right now. I really do.
Good. Guys, just quickly let us know, you know, what you have here and exactly your camera angles, why you chose that spot. You know, Jane?
That's the trolley lobby right there.
Okay.
And this is the room where there's voices heard back there, and you also heard footsteps and water. Camera 2 is baggage. Camera 3 here is Tony's apartment. Camera 4 is the water fountain area, and camera 5 here is the concourse, which has a lot of supposed activity, full body apparition, voices.
And then we did put one mini DV up on the mezzanine.
Okay.
That's good.
I'm glad to see that you utilized the mini DV.
Well, I had originally wanted to put a mini DV up there, but it was actually Carl that said, no, we can't do that, so.
You're throwing him under the bus, is what you're doing.
Who knows? Who knows?
I'd rather take my own life than throw Tango under the bus, to be honest with you.
Vice versa. Yeah?
Yeah, so. Jane, you know, may be a little bit of a troublemaker. And you know, that's not something we want. We don't want people that are looking for drama. We don't want people that are going to start fights or try to continue on with a grievance.
I just want to be heard.
Okay, so guys, her voice should still be heard, right?
I've been having a problem with Carl because I just felt that I was giving some really good advice as to where to put the camera, and I just felt like I wasn't being heard. So, I don't know, maybe he's threatened by me.
I was very used to working with all the other members of the team and get friendly with them. And then Jane comes in and she has a lot to prove. She has a lot to learn. She's coming in, you know, defensive about some things, open to others. I didn't want to hear some of it in a couple of instances.
All right, guys, let's go lights out and start investigating, okay?
Okay.
Okay, you guys do your thermal sweep. I'm gonna kind of go on the opposite end and just start EMF, okay?
Sounds good.
Cool, have a good time, guys.
Let's check in this room real fast.
Yeah, what's in here?
The thermal imaging camera is a camera that has the ability to read hot and cold signatures. They're able to see a thermal spectrum, you know, a lot different than the human eyes. And it probably is the most coveted piece of equipment that any paranormal research team uses.
This is where people have seen full body apparitions.
Wow. Whoa. Oh, what's over there?
Where?
Pan over there?
What is that?
Oh my God.
You guys do your thermal sweep. I'm gonna kind of go on the opposite end and just start EMF.
Sounds good.
Cool.
Chris, Ben, and I were investigating the main concourse where there are claims of full-bodied apparitions being seen.
Oh, pan over there?
What was that?
Oh my God.
What is that?
I think we're reading heat signatures through that window. You see what I mean? That heat signature in there?
Yep, right there. That's Chris.
Oops.
Maybe we should move to the other side of the concourse so we can get away from him.
Awesome, yeah.
Yeah, and then we can kind of get a full spectrum of the room.
I think that's a great idea.
Let's go say hi to Tony.
Now, after Jane threw Carl under the bus earlier during setup, we wanted to pair the two of them together and see how they would work together. Professionalism, is something we're looking for, and if they're just going to bicker and stuff, there's no place for that on our team.
Here we are.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and get a bass reading.
Okay. Let me go ahead and start this camera.
Set up.
All right, so this is Jane and Heather up in Tony's apartment.
Jane and Heather.
Jane and oh my God. I don't even know where that came from. Heather, are you possessing my body right now?
Jane and Heather.
I feel like on that case there at Eastern State, when I found out that Jane stayed and Heather went, there was a lot of different thoughts going through my head. I think Heather was the far better investigator. I really respected her a lot, and I would have rather seen Jane go. All right, this is Jane
Start
and
over.
Carl. We're up in Tony's apartment.
Tony Fideli.
Tony Fideli.
All right, so I'm gonna do the EMF sweep here again. Okay, so, well, basically I'm just getting 0.2, 0.1, oh wait,
Make sure you move it slow too, because move that thing really quickly from left to right now. Like
I
just jerk
know.
it across, like it spikes up to like friggin' 2.
I know, I mean, I know how to use an EMF, Carl.
That's the same thing we were saying.
Yeah.
She pretended she knew the thermal. So
Yeah.
if she knew how to use it, why would she be whipping it around?
I'm just saying,
Well,
Ben
I mean,
and I
I'm just
discovered
saying
that
you should,
some
like,
serious spikes on that thing.
Treat me like a team member and, like, not underestimate my abilities. I mean, I really didn't appreciate it when you snapped at me like that. I just thought it was disrespectful, and, I am part of the team, and I don't think that was cool.
I just wanted to say that when I point out stupid stuff to you too, that you might feel like is condescending, it's because I don't know where your level is. I'm not trying to condescend to you. I'm just trying to make sure that you have all your bases covered. So as far as the EMF thing, I was just making sure you had your bases covered.
I really do appreciate your help and everything. Like, it's awesome. But on the other hand, I do feel I have some good ideas and good insight, and that's all I'm saying.
It's something we have to work on a lot as a team and individually, listening to everyone, respecting everyone.
Because
you especially,
right.
as the new recruit.
I want to be a part of it all, so.
I respect that, and I'll try to listen more in the future. Do you want to get down to business?
Sure. I mean, I'll go over here.
So is there anybody with us tonight?
Tony Fideli, are you still here? Give us a sign of your presence.
Did you love this place because of the trains, the traveling, and the people? Is there anybody else up here other than you or in this whole building?
Carl, if you could say that a little clearer, because sometimes you mumble.
She's looking for a fight.
She's from Jersey. Just saying.
I'm just gonna go around, see if we can get some hits. Did you get it? There's something moving over there. I was doing an EMF sweep of the main concourse, and I thought I had heard this noise.
Here it is again. Oh, I just heard some footsteps. I don't even know where they were coming from. This place is so big. Getting deep, man. Toilets. Anything in here? Getting deep, man. Toilets. Who's that? Anything in here?
I was doing an EMF sweep, and out of nowhere, I just hear this huge crash. And I looked around immediately.
What was that?
I finally went to the opposite wall, and a huge slate of like marble-like material just fell onto the ground and cracked.
I bet this fell. Yep, that's what it was.
They've already told us that things echo and stuff. It wasn't anything paranormal, but it scared the daylights out of me.
Let me keep my ears peeled. Hey guys, I actually heard some foot shuffling noises back here in the back room, heading into this room right here, this main big room.
If you want to take over the thermal, like, I'm actually really curious of doing an EVP session by myself.
Okay. You could take that one if you want. Okay.
Okay. Chris had mentioned that he heard some footsteps in the women's room, and I thought I would go back there and do some audio work by myself, just in case I could have possibly stir up some activity being a female in the women's room. It was a good opportunity for me to see if I could capture possible EVPs or something. This is Susan. I am in the women's bathroom section. I'm here alone.
We have to address something right now I just thought of.
What?
We hammered into them how dangerous this place was. And, you know, a 105-pound girl running around this place by herself.
Yeah.
I think we have to address it.
We should address it.
Steve and I were watching Ben, Chris, and Susan, and they just let Susan go off on her own. Now, it's one thing if she was being monitored on camera, but she wasn't. What if something happened to her? You know, it could be as simple as them falling in a hole, or even as unusual as getting attacked by an entity. You know, not only is it a breach of protocol, but this is now a safety issue, and that's not good.
Susan.
Hey, guys.
I have a feeling that you're taking advantage of the situation right here just because you want to investigate alone.
Actually, I came back here because Chris told me there was a sound, and I thought we switch up partners.
But right now, nothing wrong with it. 5-10 minutes, staying in eye shot. It's awesome. You're going towards the sound, which is exactly what you're supposed to do. But as a team member, you don't let anybody wander around alone for an hour, you know, at a time.
I understand it totally. Like, my safety went out the window when I did that.
Good.
There you go.
Okay. Excellent.
I was actually going to meet up with my team right now, so.
Can we join them?
All right.
Go find them an hour later.
I understood exactly where they were coming from, but I was so into investigating at the time that I completely forgot about my own safety. The last thing I want to do is interrupt an investigation that's going very well because I'm not obeying protocol.
I wonder if we can make the flashlight so we can see if they, like, can turn it on or off.
Yeah, it could be interesting. Yeah, go ahead and put that there.
Finally, an idea that you're, like, agreeing to.
At one point during the investigation, Jane and I, we kind of had a little bit of conflict. It was the first time working together. We were learning each other's styles. Is there any way we could stand them both up? And we could see if they might knock them over, turn them on or off.
Here you go.
All right.
I broke the ice to Carl, and I think, you know, we're on the same page, and there's not as much tension, which, you know, will allow us to investigate more efficiently. So in the center here are 2 lights. You could turn them off. You could flicker the lights.
You can try both of them. One might be easier than another.
On the count of 3, do something with those flashlights over there. 1, 2, 3. We're here, you know, we want to talk to you. Can you shoot the camera over there? Right in the center? Is that where it's at?
Yeah.
Did you see anything?
I thought.
In the center, right? Did you see
Yeah. I
something?
mean, I put my camera right on it after I saw it before you spoke. It almost looked like a...
Like a dark thing, right?
I actually saw a light thing, so, but I didn't trust it. That was my hand.
Right.
I thought it was a trick of my eye. I wasn't even gonna bring it up until I think Jane said something about it. And that's when I started to get interested, because I just kind of looked, I looked back, and I thought my eyes was just making up something, kind of a white shape. But then she thought she saw something too. There's somebody over here with us?
Is there anybody in here with us?
I did have the mini DV pointed in that direction, as I remember, so hopefully we'll have something show up in the evidence.
Here we are. Made it in.
I'm gonna start off by doing an EMF sweep, because I got a couple of creepy feelings up here, so
Sounds good.
I'll start in this room.
What do you think? You want to just do a whole sweep of the floor?
Let's do a sweep of the floor real fast.
Hey, Susan, you take my walkie.
But keep in visual contact.
Yeah.
We don't want to lose to seeing you.
Yeah, we've already been talked to about that, so.
Alrighty.
Just be careful. If you need us, give us a holler.
I was doing an EMF sweep at the water fountain where there was reported sightings of phantom water fountains and a full-bodied apparition drinking from it. Point 2. Point 1.
EMF stands for electromagnetic field, and researchers do believe that spirits can interact with this magnetic field, and we have devices that can pick up on those fluctuations and help us detect the possible presence of paranormal activity.
I'm not really picking up anything more than like a point 1, point 2. How's the thermal reading go?
Nothing yet.
Nothing so far. Coming up on the hole where they supposedly saw the water cooler.
So this is where it was, right there. Look at it. Looks like it goes down like 2 floors that hold that.
Oh, that goes that far.
Let's keep doing a sweep.
You gonna go in this one?
Let's check over in these rooms. Yeah.
Let's go in there.
Yeah, we're still not getting anything on the thermal.
We're gonna be in this room, just to let you know, Susan.
Guys? I just heard a really interesting sound right now. It was a sound of trickling water. And I kid you not, that was the most weirdest thing. So I did a sweep of this room, guys.
Okay.
I was doing an EMF sweep at the water fountain room.
Nothing out of... Guys?
I just heard a really interesting sound right now.
It was a sound of trickling water. And I kid you not, that was the most weirdest thing. When I first heard that sound, I kind of overlooked it for about 5 seconds until like it hit me randomly and I was like, wow, that's right. There were apparitions of a woman drinking at a water fountain, a phantom water fountain at that. And it kind of took me aback.
I wonder if there's any water pipes around here or anything that...
Well, let's just listen.
Everyone, let's just be quiet.
Just be quiet.
Here.
Yeah, I hear nothing.
Now, did you hear what I just did? I kind of bumped up against it.
No, it was like, I don't know how to explain it, when you turn on a water faucet, but very lightly.
You know, I'd actually like to try a little experiment. Pick up a piece of debris, and I'm gonna just drop it down there to see what sort of a sound we get. Ready?
Yep.
See, that doesn't sound like a drip.
That's not what I heard.
Okay, I'm gonna try dropping it down the metal
Pipe, yeah.
That would have been way loud.
Yes.
Yeah.
We tried throwing stones down the chute. We tried banging on things and rustling things just to see if we could recreate that sound again. Unfortunately, everything we tried couldn't recreate that sound. Do you have another audio recorder on you?
Yeah.
Can I leave one here?
Sure.
Just for a little bit, see if we could possibly capture that sound again. That's me setting down the recorder. I'm gonna get out of here. This place is totally dusty.
We should start an EVP session when we're done.
Okay.
So out of all these trainees, is there any one of them that you can think of that would make a good team member yet?
I see energy in Chris,
Yeah.
but that's all, just energy.
Out of all of them, I don't mind Carl.
Carl's good too. I agree with you.
I'm not sold on Jane yet at all.
No, me neither.
I mean, when they had that little confrontation, that behavior scares me a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
This is Ben and Chris in the concourse and kind of do a thermal scan.
Whoa, everything just went red. That's really strange.
It's because I think you're pointing it out the window where it's the coldest.
Let's go back here. Did you hear that?
Sounded like it came from this room right over here. Is there anyone in here?
Would you like to make yourself known? Could have swore I just got a dot of red from over here. Like red, like heat. I'm gonna go over here real quick.
See, there's a...
Right there.
What is that? Oh.
It was like right in there.
No, we gotta lift it up.
Yeah, I
There it is right there. See what it looks like? Is that thermal hit that we got? It looks like it's the edge of this doorway right here. See it right there? That's exactly where that door frame is.
Yeah, you're right. There it is.
Nothing paranormal about that.
All right, where to?
Anywhere, really. You want to kind of go this way? I don't want to get too far from the apartment, but we haven't really checked it out down here.
Sure.
Maybe kind of poke our heads anyway.
Oh, they scared me.
Was that? Hear kind of almost a thumping over there?
Tony, was that you? Can you make that noise again?
Tony, do you mind the fact that we're here? Did you hear that?
Back there, right?
Yeah, it's kind of a really distant.
Tony, are you down there?
Jane and I were searching around in Tony Fideli's apartment. We thought we started to hear some sounds. So we went into the room, just kind of keeping our ears open.
I'm gonna ask who's ever here, please give us a sign. Can you make a knocking noise like this?
And if you don't give us any sign that you're here, we're gonna go away thinking, is that you shining your light in there?
No, I don't know what that is. What's over here?
If you don't give us any sign that you're here, we're gonna go away thinking... Is that you shining your light in there? Room?
No, I don't know what that is.
Flashlight?
Is there anybody else up here?
In the bathroom, maybe? Everybody in there?
There's no one in here.
Jane and I both split. We were trying to cover this whole apartment area as best we could to see if there was anyone up here. It's a lot of ground and space to cover. So finally we decided that there was nobody up here. Would you radio Steve and Tango?
Jane to Steve and Tango.
Go for Steve and Tango.
Where are you guys located?
We're command center next to the water.
Command center what?
The water?
Everything okay?
You can let them know. We saw a flashlight.
We're just trying to figure out where this light source came from by the window. We were trying to find out everybody's location to rule out somebody on this floor with us.
Copy that. Let us know if you see it again. We'll try to help you out.
Okay, thanks.
You thought it was outside.
It could have been a car passing by. It could have been like somebody right out here, because if you come over here.
Okay, ready? Blast them. Blast them. Right.
There it is again. Wait, stop.
There it again.
That's what it was. Did you see that just now?
Flashlight.
Yeah.
That was from outside.
Somebody outside with a flashlight? I mean, it's
don't
coming
know
from
what's-
outside. I definitely don't think it's supernatural.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's definitely somebody from outside.
Yeah.
It's weird, though, because it's like, it's as if someone's actually flashing a light right at this window where we're at, right?
Could be. Maybe it's one of Steve and Tango's tests. Yeah,
But
I think that's...
Steve and Tango are at command.
They say they're at command. I'll go downstairs and check it out.
Girls, come down. Come.
We gotta get to center command. Come on.
Okay, Carl. I'm standing right by the window, so just give me a go when you're doing it, okay?
Jane suggested that maybe we go outside and test it. Tested it with my flashlight.
Yeah, it came in a little bit on the ceiling here. Not as bright as I saw it, but if somebody else had a brighter flashlight, or, you know, if it was the headlights of a car or truck, it would certainly do it.
Okay, copy that.
Okay, thanks, Carl. Good work. Debunked.
Let's do this one.
Chris and I thought that we'd investigate in one of these rooms that, for the most part, is untouched. Is there anyone in here that wants to communicate with us tonight? We understand this place is haunted. I've been here for a long time tonight. I haven't seen any evidence of a haunting. Dude, you know what I'm thinking?
What's that?
You want to try a little provoking, maybe?
We could.
Provoking is usually the last measure taken when you're at a supposed haunted place, and you pretty much try to antagonize the spirit or ghost to come out and manifest.
And look at this place. It is trash. Do you see this? Do you like seeing it this trashed? Does it piss you off that people have been spray painting on the walls? Does that upset you? There's a ton of paper right here in front of us. Grab one of these pieces of papers, move it, throw it, blow it. Shouldn't be too hard. Just let us know you're here.
Something just creaked behind me. That was weak sauce. That wasn't even definitive. I need something definitive.
Steve to Chris. Carl. Please report to center command, please. All teammates, please report to center command.
Copy that.
All right. Well, we're going to get this place broken down, right? Time to wrap up. Let's wrap up quick, efficiently, and let's start by getting all the lights up, okay?
I am feeling feeling more confident with every investigation. I'm learning techniques and how to use equipment, and I think Steve and Tango are recognizing that.
Excellent job, Carl, handling that conversation with Jane.
Oh, yeah? Thanks. If I had to make the decision at this point who was going home, I would probably pick Jane. It might be a lack of experience, but I feel like she's brought kind of an attitude with her.
You have to coil these wires and put them in because they're all over the place. And I've noticed someone's doing it. I don't know who. I'm just saying.
I was a little worried about Chris there, but at the same time, he was really thinking outside the box later, and they liked that. I think Susan's been getting better and better, so I'm not sure they're ready to let her go. And Ben, of course, I'm really impressed with him. I feel like I'm pretty safe, but I need to do even better.
Hey, guys.
Hey, how's it going?
Everything's packed up. Nice quick breakdown. So how do you guys feel about tonight?
I feel like we actually hit this place.
Yeah.
It's actually nice to have a lot more time to investigate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we've seen more good tonight than bad.
This investigation, for the first time, we saw a lot more positives than we did negatives. I think we saw actual teamwork.
Yeah.
As much as you guys patted each other on the back, you're also really quick to say, she said this, he said that. Jane and Carl, you guys sort of had an exchange of words, you know, and Carl, you know, apologized.
It should have ended there. That's it.
Yeah.
You know, and but you prolonged it. You know, and that's not good.
When you put that aside and you went to investigation, you were in the investigation 100%.
You guys changed.
So,
We're doing.
You guys feel that there is closure? Do you feel it?
Yeah.
All right, good.
good. Excellent. Carl, you know, we tested you and Jane today, you know, with the light test.
Thought you might.
And, yeah. But you guys followed the protocol and the procedure to a T. Both of you.
I also like that you guys didn't just think it was a ghost. You know, like a lot of people will.
I'm really glad that I passed the test. I think that if I had gone running the other way or been like, no, that was a ghost, I think I'd probably be going home at the end of this investigation.
This was a good investigation.
I'm very happy. Very happy.
Are all of us going to be going on to the next investigation?
I don't know. But guys, don't lose your momentum. Analysis, let's kill it. Let's get all the equipment back in the RV.
Let's go.
Let's get out of here. Hey guys.
Hey,
How's it going? Good. Yeah, you guys ready to analyze everything? And,
Definitely.
Guys feel all right?
I definitely feel good.
Good.
yeah. You know, analyze everything very thoroughly, as you know, second for second. Of course, no scanning, fast forwarding, none of that stuff. Pause every time you look away. And please, I gotta remind you one last time to stay focused. You have to remain in that moment, watching that screen.
You guys had a great investigation, so don't, you know, lose momentum. All right, guys?
Yeah. All right, guys, good luck.
All right.
I'm really looking forward for one specific evidence just to see if I could capture that sound that I heard by the water fountain. Unfortunately, nothing came up on the track, which was a little disappointing.
At one point during the investigation, Jane and I sort of both noticed something at the same time. Definitely wanted to focus on it during the analysis and try to find. We had two different cameras on the same point, so hopefully there was something there.
Hey, Carl. Jane. This is when you and Carl are down in the trolley lobby, and looks like you guys...
Yeah, we both saw that thing. And
Oh,
This is when he pans over.
What happens, I turned the camera, the IR, and I didn't see anything on the mini DV.
Yeah, because you just turned it now.
Yeah. I didn't see anything there.
I don't see anything.
Turns out there's nothing, which leaves me scratching my head. If Jane and I both saw something, but it didn't show up on any cameras, you know, what was going on there? It's weird if our eyes were both playing tricks at the same time.
Tricks,
but
right?
That's a little too coincidental. That's
kinda-
so weird.
It is weird.
It's a little weird.
At the end of this investigation, I would be devastated if I was sent home. I would be really upset.
Did you hear that?
What? What'd you hear?
I don't know. I thought for a minute I was going to see people over here setting something up or something. It could have just been the noise I was making bouncing off of this, maybe? Let me try this one. Oh, yeah. I feel good. No, I'm just kidding. Let's find this thing. Hey, guys. So how'd it go? Everybody is analyzed and...
You guys feel all right?
Yeah.
You did have some possible experiences to look into, so...
It's kind of just a questionable experience. I wouldn't even call it a personal, you know, happening.
Yeah.
The thing, whatever it was that caught both Jane and I's eye, we had 2 different cameras on the same spot. Didn't see anything natural that could have drawn our eyes, but at the same time, there was a lot that was going on in there.
Well, tell you when I actually took some time and went inside the terminal. We went down there and just saw a tremendous amount of things that you could reflect off.
Oh, yeah.
Flashlights was somehow casting on the panels of glass that were broken.
Yeah, there were a lot of openings for light on the outside as well. They were just already there, so you could just be your eyes adjusting as well.
I think it was probably just your flashlights or your eyes playing some sort of trick. Now Susan, you had the experience of the water trickling and that sort of thing.
I wanted to find something, too, to validate my experience, so I was really looking for things.
When we were there, and I think you probably noticed this as well, too, lots of puddles of water and lots of sort of dripping.
I mean, this sounded to me like a stream of water.
Water could have definitely collected on the top of the building. And if you notice where the fountain was, it wasn't just a cutout for a fountain with like a, you know, pipe for water or something. That was a whole shaft system. So, you know, it could have come in through those entrance points and just come down that whole shaft.
Yeah.
Even if it was paranormal, it's not something that we could bring to a client.
Right, I understand, which is why I just kind of, you know, take it with a grain of salt.
Right, of course. Good.
I found a hit that I thought it went by really quickly, and I thought that maybe it was something, but when we reviewed it and everybody looked at it,
Right.
we came to the conclusion it was a what
So you guys are seeing things, but you just filter it out.
Yes.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Take it down.
This being our 4th one, we're really getting used to what we need to look for and what we need to find.
You know, it is what it is. Either it's there or it isn't there. Don't make it there. Don't pretend it's there. You don't wish it there. It's either there or it isn't. End of story.
You can't get evidence on every single case, and sometimes you just don't come up with anything. And we feel like we were very thorough. We rationalized things very well. There just wasn't anything here to catch.
You know, the actual investigation I thought was killer. This is the one that maybe redeemed yourselves, and now you can keep going, and the next investigation will be just as good. I'd still like to see a little more communication. We did see things like Susan and Jane having great ideas, and everybody just sort of not listening to them. You know, Chris, you would sort of implement things and bark orders, but there was no follow-through. Ben, you know, awesome job, but it seemed like once you got off the tech stuff of it, you're a little bit lost, you know. So just things for the next time that you got to sort of tighten up. This was a good investigation. None of you are going home. I'm excited to see what the next investigation is like.
I'm glad that we still have the same team and that we're going to give everyone another chance.
I think you guys will like the place we're going to quite a bit as well. Yeah. Nobody's safe. Anybody could still go home at any minute, but right now, you know, we're seeing some people that we might be able to work with.